Yo, 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 what's up? About to get this going here. Boom, bam, boom, bam. Clippers game 7 of the regular season continues. What's up, y'all? What's up to 2 people chiming in right now on YouTube? All right, let's get out of here. Let's go to so many damn ads in these games now.
Passing out there.
Continue. Had to turn the music off in the menu because I got flagged for copyright. Because of damn 2K beats. All right. Here we go. See if we can beat the flying Kawhis.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong.
Hoping to.
It's time for the NBA. Live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge.
Thank God no Richard Jefferson today.
This is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers.
All right, let's skip this shit.
On Wednesday, they'll face off against Paul George and the
Here we go.
76ers. And then on Friday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the Sacramento Kings.
And for that Raptors game, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. Fox is out there with Paul. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5 spot. And for Los Angeles, we'll see Powell and Leonard play in the forward spots. Harden out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low.
Off to a good start.
Coming into this game, Stan, it's clear who the media thinks will win. We've been reading about it and hearing about it for the last couple days.
Yeah, but Kevin, you know, none of us in the media know what we're talking about. It's just a lot of speculation. And look, it's a cliche, but it's also true. The games aren't won on paper, they're won out on the court, and anyone in the NBA can beat anyone else on a given night.
Which makes me look forward to this one.
Absolutely.
Now here's Harden, coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Zubac, a screen on Barnes. And the dunk by Zubac.
There's the unselfishness of Kawhi
Watch out,
Leonard.
Zubac.
His teammates involved.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, a bit ago, Teron Lue and I were able to chat. Now, I asked him the approach they're going to take with De'Aaron Fox, and Coach said that Fox's speed is the big challenge.
There you go, Wemby.
He said we're dealing with maybe the
Ugly,
fastest
but
player
I'll
in
take
the
it.
league. So we've got to be high energy at the defensive end. They know they have their work cut out for them. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And so here are the Clippers, following the bucket by the Spurs. Zubac kicks to Leonard. Zubac with the screen for Leonard. 6 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Bogdanovich, no luck. The Spurs come into this one following a loss to the Timberwolves. Coach, only 2 players have led the NBA.
Come on, he makes those.
As a rookie. Manute Bol and our favorite Victor Wembanyama.
Well, Kevin, Wembanyama is already special defensively, not only as a shot blocker, but the amount of ground that he can cover to affect shots. And there are people around the league that believe that he can become the best defender of all time.
Here's Paul. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. The kick out to Fox. Wembanyama sets a screen for Fox. Second chance shot, and Wembanyama
You gotta make
with
that,
the
Fox.
layup. Wembanyama's got his second basket of the night.
You know, you have to be aware of Wembanyama.
I need to trade for freaking the Greek dude.
And the
I need to chase for the
rejection
Greek.
by
prayed for the Greek dude.
Fox finds Barnes. Back to Fox. Barnes screen on Leonard. Over in the corner, Paul. Barnes outside. An absolute
That's right.
from three-point range.
What he does.
And this is where Paul
I'm out. Tyrone
excels.
Lue.
He's got an exceptional mind for playmaking.
And the timeout called here by
Giannis?
Tyrone Lue. He's ready to
Giannis?
talk things through with the team.
Fucking wish. Would you trade Castle for Giannis? It's tempting, isn't it?
And Los Angeles with some changes. Jones comes in for Ivica Zubac. And
I do have
Kristaps
trade
subbing for
override. I
Bogdan
could do that if I
Bogdanovic.
wanted to,
So
but
San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Jeremy Sohan's checked in for Harrison Barnes. Johnson comes in for Devin Vassell. Castle's checked in for Fox. And Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for Chris Paul.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Now here's Leonard. Harden with a screen on Johnson. Here's Leonard. A rebound by the Spurs.
what is Sohan doing in there? Thought I took his minutes away.
GA, there is a lot to like about the game of Stephon Castle.
His size, playmaking, defensive intensity. I guess the question is there that one thing that he can do at an elite level? That will be a crucial step if he's to become a star.
I think I would
Catching
too,
up on the changes
Greg.
for Los Angeles.
I think I would give up
Zubac is
Castle.
checked in for Leonard. Amir Coffey comes in for Norman
It hurts
Powell,
me,
and it's Ben
but
Simmons in for James
To
Harden.
win now,
Known for his strong defense, Castle
Yeah.
is someone any coach would love to have. He is a hard-working rookie.
Now here's Dunn. Back to Simmons. Dunn outside. Can they get it? And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least save the layup.
It's his first trip to the line.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season. Super.
First one falls for him.
Twitch spam. Gotta love Twitch spam, right? Should I slam the band hammer down?
He's off on the second. And the dunk by
Wemby?
Zubac.
Letting the guy
You just gonna let the dude do that to you? Who the hell is this McLaughlin, dude?
McLaughlin, the pass to Wemby.
The hell is he doing in my game?
Working the ball around now. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Castle. Wembenyama, a screen on Dunn. Here's Castle. It's hauled in by Dunn.
Couldn't have asked for a better shot, Castle.
Puts up a deep three. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater.
Gotta get
With
this
the end of
McLaughlin
one quarter
asshole
of
out of
play,
here. I'm gonna
still
slam the
a
band
close game.
hammer.
It's San Antonio.
Hey,
They
Winley,
lead by 3.
pass this.
And the second quarter will
You
get
are now
underway
banned.
just after this short break.
Oh, and it deleted the comment off the screen. Awesome.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for San Antonio?
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far.
Has it,
They're
Stan?
working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to
right.
rotate around
Pop
the
took
defense
McLaughlin out,
and
thank
find
God.
those quality looks.
On the court right now for the Spurs, the forwards
How is
for
he even on
Johnson
my
and
bench?
Sohan. De'Aaron Fox out there with Castle. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the center position.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season.
Come on, Mamu,
they're
play
set
some
to
D.
host the All-Star game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be
can't
no
stay in front of
shortage
him.
of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in LA. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle.
Boy, Fox is so quick off the floor.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. Looking for a breather, and maybe
Take a breather,
just one or
Lou.
two things to talk about. Miller's checked in for Los Angeles. Hey, Stan, the last few decades, we've seen the three become more and more necessary for offenses. Wondering if you think that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's the entire damn game,
it is.
Stan.
And teams not only understand the value of making a lot of three-point shots, but the threat of the three spreads out defenses and actually makes it easier for you to get shots at the rim. So the three is absolutely necessary to be a great offensive team in this league.
Quickly, is the arc too close? Should they move it, maneuver that a little bit?
Well, the skill level is really, really high. I like the suggestion of keeping the arc the same all the way around, which would eliminate the corner three.
And now
Terrible
let's check in with DA to see how Bogdanovic's injury's doing. David.
Thanks, guys. I got a status report from the Clippers.
Oh, is it
head athletic
Bogdan?
trainer,
I always thought it was
and
Bogdan
unfortunately, it sounds
Bogdanovich.
pretty serious.
Bogdan
Now, it's just November, so
Bogdanovich.
they do have some time to make adjustments, but it's a blow nonetheless. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
Yeah, not
There
at
you go,
all.
Mama.
I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
That's just awful
You gotta
news.
dunk that, Castle.
Really feel for the guy. And you know everyone in the NBA family is wishing him a speedy recovery.
The Spurs shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts for the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very
Come on,
comfortable
Rookie
at
of the
line,
Year.
hitting about 78% of
Drain
their
that free throw.
For the Clippers, Leonard, he's checked in for Miller. Bogdanovich comes in for Chris Dunn.
Bogdan.
And James Harden in for Ben Simmons. And once again, Coach,
Gotta
this
get Wemby
San
going.
Antonio franchise is on the upswing.
It sure is, Kevin. Look, they've got a Hall of Fame coach
No foul.
and a potential Hall of Fame centerpiece to build a team around. They've got great talent evaluators in the front office. You can't ask for a better recipe for success.
And what a new era for the Clippers, Greg, playing here in their own arena, the Intuit Dome.
You had no more sharing, right? No more covering up Laker banners. It feels like the Clippers are on their own 2 feet now. This was the goal for the ownership group, and they made it happen.
Here's Jones after the basket by De'Aaron Fox. Nobody near Leonard.
What are you doing,
A
Vassell?
three-pointer, no good.
And that's the battle.
Stay on your man.
They haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Vassell outside. Lets the three fly. After 2 misses to
In your
start
face,
the game, he's
Kawhi.
on the board with that shot made.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Inside, it's stolen by Wembanyama. And here we go. It's good from
There you
Barnes
go,
on the
HB.
assist by Paul.
Old
Barnes has
man.
got the lead up to 13 now for the Spurs. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Outside, Bogdanovich. Will it go?
No.
Off with the layup. For San Antonio, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Paul kicks to Barnes. And a miss there on the triple. Clippers have
Good
gone
shot.
1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Bogdanovich finds Leonard
What you got, Kawhi? What you
to the
got?
paint, trying to find Harden, and he's got it now.
All the way up.
Stay in front of him,
the
Chris.
beard. Well, those were 2 loud points.
Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it.
Don't do that. That was a soft move.
And they're
Don't act
forcing
like
the
that was a
ball
tough
inside,
move.
And it's working like a charm.
San Antonio shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Norman Powell's checked in for the Clippers. Castle's checked in for the Spurs.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
And Leonard gets it to go.
So that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coach is in the air and down hard. Oh, stop.
What was that? Out of my way, Kawhi.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. Clippers trail by 13. The three from Harden. It's rebounded by Paul.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Nailed from three-point land. 10 points for Victor Wembanyama.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That's his first foul. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half of the game. Harden the pass to Leonard. A three from Bogdanovich. No good on the shot.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with the three of his own.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with a sizable lead as the quarter
Sizable
wraps up.
lead.
They're ahead 16 points. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline.
You
All
got
right,
pop?
David.
No
Thanks,
pop.
Kevin. Here
I
with
don't
Coach.
want
Thanks,
to hear
David.
from Lou.
And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get
Sorry,
the third
Lou.
quarter
I
underway.
don't really care what you have to say.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot.
Oh, let's see if the fan can win some money.
They're measuring up the shot.
No, you blew it.
Welcome to halftime. First things first, a look ahead at other games on the docket tonight.
No
The
thanks.
Bucks will face off against the Cavaliers out in Cleveland. That one starting at 7 p.m. Eastern.
I'm predicting a somewhat.
Come on, let's skip.
And moving on now to that first half, tough sledding so far for the Los Angeles Clippers.
They have to be better.
That'll do it for our show tonight.
Thank you.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
Are we?
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
We'll see Powell and Leonard playing the forward spots. Bogdanovich out there with Harden, and it's Zubac in at the 5. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better,
come on, Harden
Kawhi's
doesn't play defense.
or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
Go play through the screens. Play through
Just
the
5
screen.
on the clock. Here's Bogdanovich. Up again.
You got to get the
It's good
rebound.
on the putback.
And those
Come on.
second chance points
Crash the
really
boards,
become
boys.
almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And Wembanyama throws it down.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league
Maybe Wemby is
can
having a
stop
good
him
game.
when he's on.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And let's take a moment to honor the Western Conference Player of the Week, Victor Wembanyama.
And the nature of big men in the league has evolved, and he's a perfect example of how valuable a guy like this can be on your team. He's had a tremendous stretch of basketball here lately.
The shot by Powell, no good.
And with that miss, they're just 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
Barnes finds Wembanyama. And it's Vassell in the corner. His three-pointers off the mark. And so Harden will bring it up for the Clippers. It's a 16-point game. Leonard.
Don't let him get hot. Come on now.
Strong wing. Kawhi can more than handle his own down low.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but he's also led the league in assists. So, pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA. Like looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy. Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Vassell, no good. Clippers trail by 16. Left side, Leonard. And Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And the Clippers
trying to bring in some
here.
bench.
Dunn's checked in. Castle's checked in.
Don't bring in McLaughlin, though, please.
And here is Los Angeles now. Powell, no one around him. Buries it from three-point range.
Oh, great find there from Harden. He's just so good at finding his teammates in rhythm.
Kicks it out to Paul. A three from Barnes. It's hauled in by Dunn.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
To the inside. Here's Leonard. The rebound by the Spurs.
Right, hold on, Wemby.
Wembanyama, a screen.
Nice work,
Here's
Wemby.
Castle. Boom, he jams it straight down.
This
nice
is where
pick,
we'll
Wemby.
probably see Castle the most, creating opportunities with the ball in his hands.
Clippers trail by 15. Outside Leonard launches it. Here's Zubac. Back to Powell. They swipe it. Spurs working the ball around now. Here's Castle. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Wemby
Castle
with the
can
key
leap up
pick
to the rim. They're
again.
really putting some power behind that finish.
Clippers have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Pass to Powell. Here is Harden. Shot from free throw range. And yep,
my fault.
after rolling around the rim. Harden's got 7 points.
And that's what makes Harden so tough to contain. He can
Get a little 2 for 1, huh? A little 2 for 1.
Them from the mid-range on that one.
Here's Castle. He's got 10. Barnes screen on Powell. He takes it in.
And the potential Castle has is intriguing. When he's scoring like this, you wonder how dominant he can be moving forward.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock
They're all
and game.
dunks, too. What you got? What you got, Harden?
Harden looking it over.
What you got?
Good on the bucket. Harden's got 4 points now in the quarter.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton.
All right, high pick and roll, high pick and roll.
Do even more
Right,
if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
Puts up a 3. Wow!
Castle is having a
Did not
game.
think he was going to get that off in time.
He released it just in the nick of time. What a shot.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Thanks, Kevin.
And a moment now as we take a
Yep.
look at our State
right,
Farm
James.
assists of the game.
And the definition
Rookie of the
teamwork
year
right there,
doing
guys.
his
I mean,
thing.
what great communication between them.
I guess Wemby's
and
having a
what
good game,
beautiful
too.
feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your
Definitely the
teammate.
best game
That is
I've
great.
had with Castle through these
And
7
we reach
games.
the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the floor.
Oh, it's
for
out of
San
hand.
Antonio starting the fourth
Oh,
quarter.
come on.
The forwards for him, Johnson and Sohan. Fox is out there with Castle. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in its center.
I would have sent
Outside,
everybody
Simmons.
home.
Pass to Harden. And here is Dunn. Outside Bogdanovich. 6 on the shot clock to the middle. And Harden with the basket on the assist from Bogdanovich. Hey, Stan, I've always wondered, back when you were coaching, college or pro, what was your defensive philosophy?
Well,
Got
I think
nothing,
first
Harden.
of all, Kevin, we always wanted to take away the easy baskets. In other words, we're going to get back in transition, not give away
Harden
fast
needs some
breaks.
Gatorade.
We are going to try to protect the paint and make sure we're not giving away layups. And we didn't want to foul unnecessarily.
That's a good hard foul, Mamu. Oh, pop.
Stan, when the Spurs landed the first overall pick in the draft, their fortunes changed back on May 16th, 2023.
Look, Kevin, the hardest thing for any franchise is to find the guy that you can build everything around. When they got Wembanyama, that dream came true for
Guess we're
San
playing the bench
Antonio,
now.
and they've got the
At least
guy
some
they
bench
can
players.
build this franchise around.
Oh, well,
for years
Castle
to
show
come.
can continue.
Eubanks, he's checked in for Dunn. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Paul's checked in. Here's Castle. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Sohan with the screen. Here's Castle. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Showing off his inside
Got
game.
3 point guards
Bogdan
out here.
is
All
an
right.
all-around scorer.
Here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that
Chris
is
Paul
an
needs to get in on the
impressive
fun, but he
vertical
can't
for a
do
point
that.
guard. My goodness.
Bogdanovich dishes to Harden. Down low, here's Eubanks. And down it goes. Dunk through off a wonderful assist.
And we know about Harden's scoring abilities, but his team heavily relies on that vision and playmaking as well.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now.
Oh, do I? Let's see. No, I'm good with that.
A different look for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Eubanks. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Derek Jones.
No, they put Wemby back
and
in.
it's
All right,
Powell in
whatever.
for Simmons. San Antonio also making some
Put all the
changes.
starters back in.
Victor
Why?
Wembanyama is checked in for Jeremy Sohan. Barnes comes in for Johnson. And it's Vassell in for Castle. Clippers trail by 17. Powell with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Pass to Harden. Now here's Leonard. Latrey.
I know. I
And
gambled.
the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul.
Spurs leading by 17. Paul looking around.
Pick and roll every play, man. Why not?
Wembanyama sets a screen for Paul. Shoots it. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Here's Leonard.
No way.
Victor Wembanyama grabs
Not
the
over.
rebound.
Wemby.
Wembanyama's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Barnes kicks to Vassell.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Wembanyama, a screen on Hart. Paul passes to Vassell. San Antonio again missing. And it's Harden with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. So far in the
Boys are
fourth quarter, they've
cold.
allowed just 6 points. Zubac finds Powell. Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Oh, that should be money.
Vassell, no good.
Yeah, really unlike him to have this kind of game from three.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Spurs.
Look, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball.
Time to pull the
inside.
starters, Bob.
And that
There
was
you go.
working all game long.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
They
Not
can
sure
chalk
why they
this
were in
one
there
up,
in the
but
first
these
place.
two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Victor Wembanyama.
Well, that work he's shown on the glass has been spectacular. You love to see that as a coach.
Nice work, Mamu.
55 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And we talk about
Trying to wanna get
Fox's
Fox
speed,
out,
but he
but-
also has length. He's a factor there in the paint.
And the Spurs winning the 2023 lottery stand, adding the terrific Victor Wembanyama. A franchise
Hope they win it
changer,
again.
it appears.
Yeah, Kevin, the hardest thing, and you need a lot of luck to do it, is to get that guy. The guy you can build everything around. There aren't enough of them to go around. Victor Wembanyama is a guy you can build a championship franchise
Castle's gonna
around.
have like 20 at least.
Multi-skilled at his size. This guy's going to be a fixture in this league for a long time.
27 seconds
What are
left
y'all
to play
cheering
here in the
about?
4th.
Nothing to cheer about. They must be giving away
Pass
T-shirts
to
or something.
Jones. And it's done in the corner. Over Castle. Dunn misses.
You get game ball, Castle. More pick and roll. Let's see what we can do.
Here's Castle. And that one drops.
And the screen
Does it
provided
count?
just enough space for him. Love the selfless attitude on display.
And so it's San Antonio.
Do you like that Ryder commercial?
Come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they
Yep.
did tonight says, I think,
Oh,
Greg,
Gary.
an awful lot about this team.
I guess they
Out of
don't
focus
need home
extra.
cricket to feel at home. I mean,
I wish we
Kevin,
had
just
Ryder
a
sponsor.
masterful performance
Nope.
all the way around.
It's time now to go.
Well, they're going to
courtside
give it
as
to
we
Wemby,
send
but
you
I
over
think
to David
Castle
Aldridge
is
from the sideline.
should get
David,
player
take
of the
it away.
game, not Wemby.
Thanks very much with Chris Paul. Chris, a very convincing win, and that doesn't happen often in this league. So what do you take from this?
What do you mean?
You know, one thing that our coaching staff keeps stressing to us every night is that it's about us.
2
You know,
points.
so regardless of score,
You sucked
we
it
got to
up,
continue
Chris.
to try to get better because we impose our will on the
Did
defensive
shoot
end. The sky's
100%
the
though.
limit.
Well, the focus was there tonight, Chris. Thanks for your
He
time.
made
Back to
the
you,
first
Kevin.
point of the game
Much appreciated, David. And that'll
and did
wrap it up,
nothing
folks.
after that.
So now for
Probably had a
Greg
shit ton of
Anthony,
assists
Stan
though.
Van Gundy, and David Aldridge. This is
Stephon
Kevin
Castle,
Harlan
he got
saying
it. I
thanks
knew
for
he was going to
watching.
get it.
And now our player of the game.
He was balling, dunking on everybody's head, including Kawhi. Look at that box. Damn. Held them to 13, Kawhi to 10. Yeah, there we go. Castle's killing it. Chris Paul, yeah, like I said, 6 assists. Bunch of bums down here. Why did this guy even play, McLaughlin? I have to do some roster tweaking. Let's see who's up next. Who's next? The Rockets again? Did we really play the Rockets 3 times in the first 3 weeks of the season? That's ridiculous. And one of them was a back-to-back home games for the Spurs. That's just dumb. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Greg, James, until next time. Espolón? Nah, we were just drinking tequila. I wish I was sponsored by Espolón. Nah, man, we're just doing our thing. We're not sponsored or nothing. Just making shit happen, you know? Throwing content against the wall and see what shit sticks. Yeah, Kawhi can eat a chode. Y'all take it easy. I believe I'll be doing a show tomorrow night with Puma. I finally got his lazy ass to do more than one show a week. So we're going to do Wednesdays now. So check that out. Peace.